So here's my question. If you could have a sit down with anyone from history or fictional, who would it be?
Randy the Macho Man Savage. People loved it, right? I knew it. Yeah, we knew it, you know? Yeah. It was great, right? Yeah, I did see the initial buzz, but then I got busy.
My question is, what is the biggest thing you've learned from either an individual that's under 18 or just the general public that's under 18?
Love this question.
I'm curious what you're picking up. Appreciate it.
Great question. You know, I'm religious about 18 and under. I don't spend, I'm trying to think if an individual under 18 has taught me something. I'm sure nothing pops to mind, but the whole culture teaches me a ton. I mean, it was very early on musically, as a matter of fact, do a quick recall here of my episode with baby Ariel, who's now become mainstream on Instagram and music, and she's just gonna be a beast. Have you discovered music that you would have never known about without Musical.ly?
Yes.
That has changed the things you like and things of that
nature?
Yeah,
I mean, I have how many Musical.ly videos? 450-ish, and most of them I got through other people's. It's cool, like you're exploring different styles of music that I had never thought I would listen to just on a regular basis, and I learned a lot of words to all the songs.
Yeah, everyone's like, cool. You know the words, and I'm on the radio, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that from Musical.ly. I did that one.
But sometimes I only know 15 seconds of a certain song.
They're singing.
Me too. I only know the hook. The fact that I haven't asked Garyvee with her 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 2 years, whatever, is pretty epic. I learn a lot from under 18. To me, watching 14 to 18 is pretty much what I most care about, even going lower. I mean, watching how watching all the 8-year-old girls become experts in making slime and then reverse engineering it on how much YouTube Kids and a couple Instagram accounts and some Snapchat exploring, just really, I would tell you that almost everything I learn comes from that. It's really funny how obsessed I am with 9 to 18. That is the culture to me. What they like, oh cool, face tattoos are good for them now, cool. Like they will teach me pretty much everything, and it's interesting as you get older. It's interesting, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more in tune with 14 to 18, not the other way around, and so it's taught me that it's reinforced something I've always known, which is when you're 14, 15, 16, you want to establish your shit. You don't want your older brother's stuff, you don't want your parents' stuff, and that means you, aka all of you, will create the next thing. And if I can watch it and understand it, it will give me insight into where it's going. And Gen Z for me is a sweet spot for me, for VaynerMedia, and most of what I'm doing.
If you're not an entrepreneur,
yep,
and you want to become the best number 2 or number 3 at a company,
yep,
what should be the strategy?
There's a lot of strategies with that question. There's 2 ways to go about it. One, overall, you want to be a great number 2 or 3. I think you need to figure out and spend as much time with number 1s and try to see patterns in them and see if your skill sets match to them. But if it's specific, like if you work at Wine Library or VaynerMedia or a great SaaS company or Tesla, I don't care what it is, you need to reverse engineer the individual. You need to reverse engineer her. You need to look at the number 1 in your company, the CEO, you need to say, all right, this is what Sally's into, this is what she's good at, this is what she's bad at, this is what she likes, this is what she appreciates. For example, being a good number 2, 3, 4 at VaynerMedia is pretty simple. I'm going to care if you're capable of being the bigger person. Empathy, a leader that leads, positive energy. You're not, you can sell $1 trillion in my company. If you're a dick face, you're gonna lose. So that works with me. A lot of other people who are pandering to short-term cash don't care if you're nice at all. If you can make a ton of money, that's what they need right now because they're about to go public or sell. So you want to be able to be an infrastructure for that. So you have to really reverse engineer the number 1. And then, number 1s have a lot of cliches. They tend to be entrepreneurial, artistic, chaotic, like, really, to me, great number 2, 3, 4, 5s very often are bringing unbelievable organization skills, capacity skills, empathy, just a lot of those kind of things as well. So crossing T's and dotting I's, which I'm incapable of, and that's why I got D's and F's. But boy, do I need Marcus and the James and Alan and Jeff and Andrea and Justine. Like that's what they have to do. About to do the dinner series that we're doing. Doing a lot of speeches across the country, and the organization Success Resources that picked me up for all these talks, asked me to do some add-on events, strategy sessions and dinner sessions, and they've been a lot of fun, 10, 15 guys and gals in Houston, much smaller group in Florida, nice little group here, in Denver. I'm enjoying them, I like people, I like interaction. I think it creates interesting content potentially. Themes are often the same, but we'll see what happens. But I'm excited about tonight. Got home at 1 a.m. last night from meetings and had to get up at 5:30, and then flew all day, and now I'm on East Coast time in Denver. So these are some of the days you have to grind through, right? I'm a big fan of 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. Sometimes you do get 4, and sometimes on that same time that you got 4, you also have to schlep across the country and then stay out late. So it is what it fucking is. So, but we gotta be on, you're on. Hey.
What's up, boss? How you doing, man?
My career is really quite more predicated on psychology and intuition and respecting math completely, but not letting it dictate my behavior, which is what I think smart people allow. If I sat here, if all of you said to me, all of us are gonna cap out. Why? If a genie walked in and said, Gary, people, all of these men will only cap out, the easy answer is you didn't bet on art.
Wait, when you say genie, there's a ceiling?
Yeah.
Then you don't have the right processes in place, right?
To me, the reason people hit ceilings is they let math dictate. I couldn't.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'll explain it. When you think about everybody sitting here, you think about the value, even the questions you're asking. How much are you making per employee? People let math is incredible to a point, and then it becomes your enemy.
Yeah.
The thing that makes you successful is the thing that then becomes your detriment. How are you? Here you go, Batman. Thank you. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello.
There's, in the last couple of years, 2 big players in a similar space. They're not doing things based around teams, but they're doing things around more remote, finding the right people.
Of course.
One's TopTal, the other one's Gigster.
Yep.
They've taken massive funding, 100 million and all these budgets, and they're throwing it, into Facebook, into media. And it's there's a whole new arena now. We're still very well known, but it's this pressure that we're going to have to get into that arena too. And it's,
from who? Pressure from who?
Because
I'm going through, Babin literally heard this argument, me being on the other side of that pressure in my own company on the way to the airport yesterday, which is I'm not going to let, and other media publishers funding dictate my behavior, because it's a marathon. I love when people raise too much money. It means they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask you the most important question, and this is why I'm going to win. In my world, from whom is my employees, my things of that nature, but there's nobody who has any say. When you say all this pressure, I heard you say it's self-funded.
It is, to this point.
Cool. So how many partners, if any, do you have?
None at the moment.
Good. So then you're talking about yourself to yourself is one person, right?
Yeah.
Who's got the next loudest voice besides your own voice in your head to yourself?
Well, it's the team. You know, like the other thing I've been.
No, but it's not the team, right? If this is the team, in any team, it's her, then him. Like in that team, who's got the loudest voice of all this pressure? There's your own competitive pressure.
Yeah.
There's you, which is number 1, 2, and 3. I'm just curious to give you the best answer, who number 4 is, who number 5 is, because those become the interesting questions. Because I think what you're gonna realize is there isn't. This is what everybody goes through. Wine.com raised $171 million when I launched WineLibrary.com for $15,000.
Okay.
And then the fucking world collapsed. Let me promise you, if I look at the P&L and the underbelly of the 2 companies that are giving you pressure to do, running your business based on other people's businesses is the quickest way to lose.
Yep.
Can you repeat that so I can record?
Running your business based on other businesses' behaviors, especially in your industry, especially in your scenario, is the quickest way to go out of business. I don't know anything that any of my competitors have ever done, ever in my fucking 25-year career. I'm aware, you can't be delusional, you can't be audacious. I'm aware, but them opening a 4th location, them raising $100 million, that doesn't dictate me. And I have pressure right now from a lot of people to do things that everybody else is doing, but I'm like, I'm not building that.
What about though,
they're building to a public offering or to a sale.
What about marketing though? Like if they're on YouTube ads and
build a media company. Build a media company. Let me explain.
Yeah.
They're advertising.
Yeah.
If you can make it about you and the stories of you, if you can make it about yourself, you can't beat David Letterman by advertising because it's David Letterman. Mm-hmm. You have to make it about you or your team or your people or the stories or the kids that were underprivileged, that were affected by you. You have to create something that's ownable.
Yep.
Got it? They're building awareness. They're gonna get theirs, brother, but there's abundance. Let's start with this. Market size. Your model, done right, is unlimited revenue.
Oh, it's insane.
Good. If you believe that, everything you're talking about is crazy stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
If you believe that, you're not thinking about it properly. You're gonna get yours. Now, if you've got your own competitive fire and you do the cliche thing of like, fuck, I did this first, and the only reason they're bigger is because they just raised more money, I'm better than that, that's fine, that's human. We all have that. But that's not a very good reason to start doing things out of your comfort zone or out of your belief or speeding up your process for the sake of you don't like how the narrative's playing out right now. I didn't like wine.com, all my friends from high school and college being like, oh, that's gonna be who's gonna win, huh? I didn't like that, but like, you know, if you're good enough, you're gonna get yours.
Yeah.
Okay. You know?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going? How are you? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, mate.
How are you, buddy?
Good to see you.
How we doing? Meeting like this, man.
Yeah, right. How we doing?
Good. Breaks when you got it.
About to go on the stage here in Denver. Feeling pretty good. Feel ready, confident. Thank you.
Yes, man.
I'm gonna say something that I don't wanna say because I don't wanna hurt your feelings and I have no idea, I don't know you, but I do wanna say this. I need you to hear this from me around this conference. It's important to me. Please understand something that I'm fascinated by and I'm hoping one person hears me and it's the time they needed to hear it. Consuming my content, coming to conferences like this, reading more books, debating about the way the world should be, being a perfectionist, debating, complaining, dwelling, all of it, excuses for not doing. If you ask me what I really want, I want this to be the last conference you ever go to. I'm being dead fucking serious. I want you to understand that it is very likely that if you're sitting here, you are trying to find ways not to do. That's not everybody. That might not even be most. But even if one person here uses reading 87 fucking mindset and motivation books and listening to 44 fucking podcasts and 13 fucking blogs and coming to 9 fucking things like this a year, if even one person here is doing that, and by the way, there's a lot more than one person here doing that, it's, yeah, you're laughing because you know it's fucking true. Because you know it's fucking true, right? How many more fucking books do these people need to read? It comes down to doing. You can figure out how to market your business to accomplish all your fucking goals in life, whether that's to build a pool in your backyard or to buy the fucking jets, whatever it is in between, if you're actually willing to put in the work. You know what I do? I fucking work 15 hours a day. I fucking write my captions on my Instagram. I reply to your fucking DMs. I answer comments. I read my email. It's fucking work. You want the secret? It's called work. It's called work. And by the way, do not get confused here. You have to work to match the ambition coming out of your mouth. This is not about working 15 hours a day. You got family, you got other interests. You do you, but don't be a fucking hypocrite. Don't be full of shit. Don't tell me you're buying a fucking private jet when you're watching 4 hours of YouTube videos a day, because it's work. You have to figure out what you're trying to achieve and what you want, and then you need to put in the work that maps to that ambition. And I know somebody's sitting here and be like, yeah, Gary, you talk about hard work, but I work smart. I work smart too, and hard. Now what, dick? The current scientific mathematical odds of being born are 400 trillion to 1. Like, your mom might have got up and got another glass of wine. $400 trillion to 1. You're more likely to win the Mega Millions 9 times in your life than you are to even have a life. I like data. That's data. We've got one life. Do something about it. Thank you. Bye guys, thank you. Bye. Hello.
To meet you, just great. Thank you so much. This was a really nice.
Pleasure.
How's it going?
Really well.
D-Rock here?
Nope, Babin.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
The photo shoot first.
Okay.
Gary, my name is Win Waller.
Hey, Win.
Nice to meet you.
Perfect.
If you will, face toward D-Rock?
Babin, but he likes going by D-Rock more.
No, give me...
You can make such a great piece of content. You know, like, you gotta take ownership of it.
I just need to like accept it.
Yeah, you gotta like go the other way, you know? That's how you win, it's 8 Mile. You gotta make a video of your mom calling, like literally put your mom on speaker and it's like, shows mom, and it's like...
Hello?
Hey mom, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good, D-Rock. How are you?
Like, hey mom, she's like, hey, so how are you doing, D-Rock? You guys, it's patience. Your business is fucking a second old, bro. Like I don't even want to ever talk to you again for another 6 years. And then, I can't wait, but I'm telling you, you're gonna be seeing me soon is the biggest reason I don't think I'm gonna be seeing you soon. And I'm not trying to razz, I love you, the Altoon thing, we're friends already, but I need everybody to really wrap their fucking head around this. I'm gonna make it very clear. On my children's health, I believe I'm just starting. Yeah. On my children's health, I am so early in the process, it will make your head spin. Cool, nice things are happening, I understand. From where I'm going, what I'm actually up to, I'm in the first inning. Being seen soon, this and that, even that question is completely inappropriate coming from love this early on, like a lot more organic, like a lot more, like 20 hours a day. If you want it that bad, because the alternative is you're gonna go work somewhere. right? So to me, it's like people are like, man, but like when I tell them 18 hours of community management, searching hashtags, putting out content, more videos. I put out 147 pieces of content a week, you know, but like I did way more tweets when it was just me and my phone, and it wasn't Twitter wasn't even mobile. I forget, it was fucking on a desktop, and like the answer is a lot more. My biggest piece of advice is that you think in 10 and 20 and 30 year terms for real, not just in a tweet, not just to me here right now, your actions. Let me just say it one more time because I need somebody, I know I need somebody to hear it here. From the day I started running that wine business at 22 years old till I was 34, 12 years, I worked 15 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week in a liquor store. 12 years in a row, 15 hours a day in a liquor store. 15 hours a day, had no social life, never paid myself over $150,000 a year, left at 34 to start with AJ VaynerMedia, had 0% ownership of Wine Library, which means I had no collateral to get a loan or any leverage with a bank or anything in business, and had no money in my bank account. I was 34. I'd already built a $60 million business, not for myself. That's called patience. So when I spit it to you, I'm not coming from hypocrisy or a high horse, I live it. I'm leaving millions of dollars on the table every year for patience. The answer's a lot more. See ya.
Give me a little closeout. Heading to Chicago.
On the way to Chicago, got some big VaynerMedia stuff there tomorrow. Gonna try to meet up somebody tonight that would make the internet very excited. Babin was tremendous, continues to separate himself from D-Rock in so many ways. Denver's energy was tremendous, great audience. Talked a lot about patience, just, you know, reinforcing your beliefs, executing on your beliefs. Like, been dead silent for the last 14 minutes, just replying to people on Twitter, answering business questions, putting in the work. Putting in the work. You know, so many people are looking for the answer. The answers are super basic. They just don't want to hear the truth. And so, you can read about it and watch about it. You can come up with excuses why somebody else got it. This is an inside game. Nobody's taking your money. Nobody else's business is doing anything to you. You're doing it to yourself. And either you're putting in the work, smart, strategic work, or you're not. The reason you're not isn't because you're lazy, it's because you're not passionate, or you don't see it, or you've lost your way, or something else is bothering you. And so I'm just trying to force people to understand how good it is, how much opportunity there is. And I want this so badly for you. I want it so badly for you, because I've gotten mine. So what happens after you've been fulfilled? You start overflowing and you want people to pick up on it. So, the greatest hero to ever be alive, right now. I don't give a shit what the fucking TV tells you.